Hey, what's up everybody? So recently there are a lot of conversations going on about what the latest MacBook Pro is going to be like and the Mac Pros as well. And I've been reading a lot of blogs, a lot of articles on websites like macrumors.com, 9to5mac.com, CNET, Bloomberg, and there are two infamous Mac rumors reporters. One of them is Ming-Chi Kuo and the other one is Mark Gurman or Gurman. I don't really know how to pronounce that. And there are some very interesting rumors going on. And I want to talk about some of the rumors that I want to be true versus some of the rumors that I don't want to be true. And I'm going to tell you why. So let's just start with the first one, the display sizes. It's being rumored that we're going to have two MacBook Pros, the 14-inch and the 16-inch. The 14-inch will replace the 13-inch MacBook Pro in the future, and the 16-inch has already replaced the 15 one. And if you ask me, when it comes to the 14-inch MacBook Pro, if they keep the form factor same, so the size of the laptop doesn't increase, but the bezels reduce, and that's why the display increases, then it's really good. Otherwise, I think that when it comes to portability, the 13-inch laptop is a really good size. Like if you're a student, if you have a lightweight workloads, right? You don't really need that much extra horsepower. Then I think the 13-inch MacBook Pro or any 13-inch laptop is really good for you. And so if they replace it with the 14-inch size, then I think they should definitely keep the form factor same, or at least just make it a little bit big, like just a little, hardly noticeable. Then it's going to be fine. Otherwise, I think 13 inches is a better size. The second thing that I want to talk about is the ports. There is a lot of conversation going on about how Apple is going to introduce more ports in the MacBook Pro 16 or 14 as well. And I think it's a quote from Mark Gurman, or I think Ming-Chi Kuo, that Apple will introduce so many ports that the users will not need to use a dongle anymore. Now, I think I disagree with that. I don't think that's gonna happen ever. But there are two ports that everybody is talking about. One of them is the SD card slot, the SD card reader, and the second one is the MagSafe charger. So let's talk about the first one, the SD card reader. Even if they don't introduce any other port, they should definitely include an SD card slot, because as I said in my previous video when I was making a video around the Surface Laptop Studio, I have watched a lot of videos by Dave Lee, Marcus Brownlee, and everybody talks about how an SD card slot is important. Even for me right now, after the video is completed, I will just take the SD card out and just input it directly into my laptop. I don't need to use dongle, right? So every creator or every designer, in some way, they are using the SD card slot. So if they introduce that, it's gonna be really good for the creators, especially for YouTube creators or for videographers, right? For photographers, it's gonna be amazing. The second thing is the MagSafe charger. So there is also a rumor that Apple is working on a technology that is that's going to provide a faster charging ability. Now, and people are saying that, it's definitely going to be MagSafe charger, right? For Apple, implementing MagSafe charger is definitely beneficial for them. It's definitely another proprietary product, right? So for example, if you want to have the latest MacBook Pro, you're going to have to buy the MagSafe charger. But when it comes to increasing the fast charge ability through the same USB-C port is more beneficial for the user. So let me explain why. A lot of people now are using devices which support Type-C, right? So first of all, if their laptop also supports Type-C, they're just gonna be fine by keeping just one adapter and one cable. They can charge their laptop, they can charge their phone, they can charge their tablets and any other device that they are using. Another thing is the mini LED. A lot of people are saying, and they have been talking about it, I think, for 2 years now. I think this year, again, it's gonna be the same thing. They are not gonna be coming with the mini LED. If they are coming with the mini LED technologies, it's gonna be really good because it's more efficient, it's brighter, right? It's smarter. So obviously it's an overall better display than your normal LED or OLED panel. The most important thing that I want to talk about is the processor, by the way. So it's rumored that we are going to have a new version of M1, which is the M1X, and it's going to have a 10-core CPU with 8 high-performance core and 2 power-efficient cores, with the 16 or 32 cores for GPU. If you don't know about the specs of M1, let me remind you. M1 had 8 CPU cores, 4 high performance, 4 power efficient, and it had 7 or 8 GPU cores. I don't know if they're gonna do it or not. They definitely have the ability to do it. They can pull it off, but I'm again a bit concerned about the thermals. If you're gonna have a 32 GPU core inside your 14-inch form factor, because that's another thing. Everybody's saying that both the 14-inch and the 16-inch model will have the same processor. I think it's not going to be the case. If they put the same processor in 14-inch and 16-inch, they're going to run into the thermal problems as well. So yeah, that's the thing. But I'm really hopeful for that. Like if they put the 10-core CPU even in the 16-inch MacBook Pro, it's going to be really good. It's going to be really good because M1 has showed us how much Apple silicon is capable of, right? And how much performance it can give you. So if M1X is what people are saying it is, it's gonna be amazing. Now, 2 other rumors that I want to talk about is, one of them is no Face ID. People are saying that it's again gonna be using Touch ID and no Face ID still. And the other one is the no touch bar. Mark Gurman from Bloomberg has said that Apple has already tested some devices which didn't have touch bars. Face ID, I am a bit sad about it because Windows has been providing Windows Hello for almost 2-3 years now. And it's amazing. It's like ultimate convenience. And Apple has showed that Apple can create a better technology. The Face ID is a better technology than Windows Hello, without a doubt. And they have pulled it off in the iPhone. Why they're not doing it in the MacBook Pro, I don't really understand. And when it comes to Touch Bar, all right, this is gonna be a bit controversial, and I'm sure half of the people will hate me and half of the people will say, yeah, I agree. I like Touch Bar. That's it. I have used the 2019 MacBook Pro 15-inch for more than 1 year. And I have found the touch bar to be really useful when you're using the Apple applications, like their own applications. The emojis, I love that. Like this is so convenient, just putting in emojis through that touch bar. When you're using calculator, when you're using some of the basic stuff, right? When you're typing, the correction is appearing on the touch bar. So for me, I like Touch Bar, and if Apple is not gonna give Touch Bar in the next MacBook Pro generations, I don't know, I'll be a bit sad about it, if you ask me. And the other thing is redesign, by the way. People are saying that since their iPhone and iPads have moved towards a more flat edge design, right? They're gonna do the same thing with the MacBook Pros as well. Ming-Chi Kuo believes that it will be a flat edge design, and I don't agree. I don't think it's gonna happen, to be honest. I don't really think that a flat edge design is more aesthetic than a normal Mac design. So I don't really think that Apple is going to do that, to be honest. And if they even do it, I think it's going to, seriously, like, I don't want that to happen.